Alright, our 12 men's division races are now complete for the week. So let's go ahead and present our 8 women's division races for week 19 here in Reno, Nevada. Alright, and the first race of week 19's women's division play will feature Allison Stewart battling with Maria Schneider and Velma Dawes. On our last edition, Maria and Allison managed to get wins on their scorecard. Let's see which one of them will keep up with their hot streak as they move along during the 2019-20 season here on Chao Racing. Everyone's on the clock, so without further ado, let's rock this place! Alright, so Allison, Maria, and Velma will start off week 19's women's division races, and the fans are showing loving the Divas as much as enjoying the men's superstars for our Chao Racing family and the Chao Racing universe. Right now, the 3 Divas are going to shoot the boundaries to bring down that choreographed fruit, and now they're going to eat the food. And it looks like all 3 Divas, all with number 6 and 8, are dancing to the beat. That will give numbers 1, 2, and 7 the ability to catch up a little bit. Right now, the 3 Divas are going to make their way towards the bridges, and it will be Maria Schneider who will get the first Divas on the week 19's women's division play. Trying to get another win closer towards reaching the playoffs. And right now, numbers 1, 6, and 8 are getting left behind in the competition. And it looks like they're all heading for the water, as Velma Dawes takes Divas number 2 of this race. Right now, Allison Stewart has made it to the yellow side on the water, and she has a commanding lead over Velma and Maria, who are battling for second place in the come morning. And who is going to get the next command of Speed Buzz? It'll be done momentarily. There it is. It's number 7 who will get the next command of Speed Buzz. Right now, trying to hold on number 1 for D-line far away and back. Right now, Velma is catching up to Maria Schneider. Allison Stewart is pausing for a moment, so now Maria Schneider will have to push up in the lead. Velma Dawes now battling Maria Schneider for the lead as we head back into number 7. And right now, he is trying to lead number 1 at us. Number 1's trying desperately to catch up to number 8 in a hurry. It's a 4-way battle for D-line for numbers 1, 6, 7, and 8 in the back of the pack. I do believe one of them should get the next SPS to get back in this one, and that next POS on this race will be made by number 8. So here we have a little bit of catching up to do. Meanwhile, Maria Schneider is still trying to defend the lead over Velma Dawes as they climb up the wall in the come one. And number 8, who was just pausing for one, takes back-to-back POS. That makes 2 in a row, bites in a row for number 7 and number 8 respectively. And number 6 pauses, so he will drop down to last place. I don't think we can. Next PS belongs to Allison Stewart. She quickly wakes up for a snap. Maria Schneider is first of all home stretch, still trying to defend the lead over Velma Dawes. I think she is going to have a little bit of room to run more ahead of Velma Dawes in the coming one. And number 6 will get to her, trying desperately to stay alive in the game. Looks like Maria Schneider is going to celebrate another easy victory this week. The other 2 Divas won't have enough to catch her for any time. As number 2 takes the next Beamers, Maria Schneider ties another easy victory to start week 19 women's division action. Which Schneider showing happy with her solid season so far, like tonight. Promise to keep it up during the rest of the season. As number 1 will close out the Speeders race. So Maria Schneider has won 6 out of 7 victories in the 7 races so far. That's right, if she keeps it up, she might as well make it to the Women's Championship. More exciting action after these announcements. Stay tuned. And now time for race number 2. The Diva who is at 6-0 and leading over the 24 women's division Divas in the Gunboy. It's Sasha against Bo, and tonight she'll be taking on last year's runner Tony Griffin and Jennifer Payton. So we'll determine if Sasha against Bo will make it 7-0 this week. Good luck to these 3 Divas on a quest for victory, and let's have a Chao race! So Sasha against Bo currently leads the 24 women's division Divas with an undefeated 6-0 record, going to make it 7-0 with her incredible swimming ability. She has practiced all for below during the 7th training camp. Right now, the 3 Divas are at the palm trees to bring down that coconut cheap fruit, and now they're waiting the fruit. And it looks like Sasha Gispo and Tony Griffin are dancing to the beat. That means Jennifer Payton will have the upper hand for a moment. But be sure to check out Sasha Gets Balls and cause some ability if she decides to head for the water. Right now, Jennifer Payton is pausing one more, and I do believe Sasha Gets Balls is going to join her at the water. Yeah, as she takes the only toss for this race. And there she goes, quickly making to the other side water. She will now have command of the lead over Jennifer Payton. And right now, Tony Griffin is going to rest, so she will drop down a couple of pieces. Number 6 is pausing one, and so was number 2. So number 2 and number 6 will join Tony Griffin for D-Life. As Speedway's number 2 in this race will be made by Tony Griffin. Right now, Jennifer Payton trying to defend second place over number 1. She is making her way towards the top of the hill, and now she is approaching the sapphire portion of the M course. We'll soon be approaching 1 minute in a couple of seconds. And who is going to get the next command for us? It's number 6, who is battling with number 2 for D-Life all the way back. Right now, Sasha Gets Balls has a commanding lead, going to make it 7-0. She was knocked out of the playoffs, but this year she promised her fans to go all the way towards a playoff redemption with an incredible swing ability. As we head back into number 6, that's a little bit more help that time. We'll have a couple places that time. And right now, Jennifer Payton might not make enough distance to catch up to Sasha Gets Balls swimming. Sasha Gets Balls is going to be remaining undefeated, folks. Next piece belongs to number 1, who leads over the 4-5 to the Chao third place. Poor number 2 is getting left behind, and so is Tony Griffin, the chickie herself. But number 8 gets the next command because leaving number 6 in the dust. Sasha Gets Balls making her way towards the home stretch with a big lead ahead of Jennifer Payton. And number 1 can say sayonara to the 5-0 Chao with his second speed bus. And Sasha Gets Balls going to say goodbye to Jennifer Payton as she quickly makes his way towards the goal line. As Jennifer Payton takes the next speed bus, Sasha Gets Balls now loses 7-0 over Jennifer Payton. What an incredible swinging ability by Sasha Gets Balls. She has practiced all season long. She is still undefeated with her 7th straight win. As number 7 takes the next command as speed bus. And right now, number 2 is getting all alone in last place. He can just forget about this race, folks. He's going to have no help at all. As number 7 gets bad direct speeders, and that's going to do it for speeders. Number 6 and 8 really have no hope for surviving whatsoever battling for 6th place. So Sasha Gets Balls gets 7-0. That's right. Hopefully she'll go 8-0 next week. We'll soon know they'll make it happen. Back in the vid, do not go away. Alright, Paul, let's separate up race number 3 of the Women's Division. You got it, Reddit. It will feature the 2017 Women's Division Champion, Pauline Carter, Rona Hartman of the Hartman Sisters, and Emily Heffer. So, without further ado, it's back to the Emma course. Everyone's on the clock, so without further ado, please start the race! Alright, so in this next race, Rona Hartman looks to follow up from her exciting Week 18 victory from last week's episode, while Pauline Carter and Emily Heffer try desperately to get wins on the board. Who will get to be a winner this week here in Rio Nevada? Which one of these divas will pay off their gamble? Right now, it is Pauline Carter who is going to have control of the lead. Rona Hartman is not too far behind in second place. And it looks like Pauline Carter and Mona Hartman are going to be heading for the water. As the first superstar to get speed bus is number 7. Now she's heading for the water. And guess who's already getting left behind in the competition? It's number 8, that's Sue. Seems like number 1 also really needs some help. He's also getting left behind in the competition. Well, I do believe one of them should get speed bus number 2. And it will be number 8 who have control of speed bus number 2. Rona Hartman has a commanding lead over Pauline Carter. They are making their way towards the sapphire portion of the young course. And who got the next command speed bus? It's number 1, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. Right now, Pauline Carter is trying her best to catch up to Rona Hartman, while Emily Heffer is trying her best to defend third place over a couple of Chao in the back. And we have passed 1 minute mark, soon to be 1:10. Right about now, as the next viewers were made by number 8. That makes his second speed buzz in the race. And look at that. He got all of that one. Now he's catching up to the Divas of Chao in a hurry. Point number 1, meanwhile, is still getting left behind in the competition in the back. And down he goes for the count. I do believe it's time for number 1 to get speed buzz. But that next speed buzz is going to be made by number 6, who's trying desperately to lead over the Divas of Chao. And right now, Warner Hartman is starting to get tailgated by Pauline Carter. They have reached the top of the wall, and we'll soon know which one of them will prevail at the home stretch. In fact, we're about to find out right now, by the way it looks like. Yep, Ronald Hartman takes the next to SPS, trying desperately to keep the lead over Pauline Carter. And number 1 is going to be missing coming out the wall. He's going to have no help at all. Next PS belongs to Emily Heffer. And right now she is going to make the pass on number 8, who's sitting in the come one. But Ronald Hartman has this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. Number 5 victory for Ronald Hartman, right looks like. Yeah. At number 2 takes the next PS. Pauline Carter won't have enough just to catch up to Ronald Hartman in time. Ronald Hartman holds on Pauline Carter to earn an amazing victory here with the Chao Racing universe. Pauline Carter will have to start off with second place. And we have just enough time for one more speed buzz of this race. And we may buy, and we have her. That makes her second speed buzz of the race. But it's Ronald Hartman who now jumps to 5 wins in her start season. That's right, good start season so far for Ronald Hartman. And there's more exciting action coming up. Do not go anywhere. And now, one more race before we head to our second halftime break for Week 19's action here in Reno, Nevada. Paul, take it away. Alright, and I will. Race number 4 will feature Zoe Baylor, Christina Bennett, and Messina Lamar. Messina Lamar did a very good job winning last week's race. Will she do it again? We're about to find out. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place. And Christina Bennett is quarterback. That means Zoe Baylor and Messina Lamar will have the opening edge. We'll soon find out which one of them will pay off for not the only one. Right now, Zoe Baylor and Messina Lamar are going to make their way towards the palm trees, and they're going to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit, and it looks like Messina Lamar is dancing to the beat. That means Zoe Baylor is going to have the upper hand of the 3 Divas of the Common. We'll soon know how long her lead will last in the early one. As the first superstar to get speed bus is number 8. That's a little bit of catching up to do for number 8. And right now, number 6 and 7 are getting left behind in the competition, with number 6 really in dead meat all the way in the back. Where will these two be heading? I don't know. As Zoe Baylor takes speed bus number 2, and guess who took a shortcut? Yup, it's Messina Lamar, going for another victory after she done it last week. She did it last week, and I promise she'll do it again this week thanks to a shortcut. As we head back into Zoe Baylor, she dominates over second place, but she might need a miracle to catch up to Messina Lamar thanks to a shortcut. And right now, Christina Bennett is trying her best to stay alive in the game. Number 7 really trying her best to stay in the game, as the next BS win made by number 1, as we pass the 1 minute mark at his base. Zoe Baylor dominates in second place still, but it's Messina Lamar who's really dominating over the competition. She's all the way pushing the wall, and number 7 gets some help. That will leave poor Christina Bennett in dead meat in last place. Poor Christina Bennett is getting left behind in the competition. Number 8 seems like he also really needs some help from the crowd. I believe one of those challenge should get the next SPS. Which one of them will get a chance to stay alive? It's going to be Christina Bennett, the wife of Tony Bennett, who will get the next command on speed bus. Right now, Zoe Baylor might not have enough distance to catch up to Messina Lamar. She is going to win by landslide. Yep, just as I expected, Zoe Baylor is one of us. And Christina Bennett gets back-to-back speed bus. Messina Lamar is all alone in the lead with a huge lead ahead of Zoe Baylor, and she is going to do it again with style this week for her fans she loves. As Christina Baylor gets consecutive speed bus, Messina Lamar dominates over Zoe Baylor for an amazing victory. So Messina Lamar now jumps above 500 at 4-3 this week. Well done by CMR this week, as Christina Bennett gets a 4th consecutive speed bus, but she is still winless at 0-7. I highly doubt she'll get any single win this week or this season. Number 7 has no hope for Zimbabwe whatsoever, as the last speed bus on this race was made by number 1, making his 2nd speed bus on the race. That was enough to win the 5 or the 5 to reach out with 3rd place. So CMY gets another easy victory. That's right, will she do it again next week? We're about to find out. Coming up, we got more psychology for you, but first have a look at this. Alright, let's move on to the second half of our women's division action. That's right. Race number 5 will feature Olivia Fullerton, who is the 2018 Women's Division Champion, against Diane Chamacha and Marissa Heaton. The players will line up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock. And let's rock this place! So the next 3 Divas are off and running. After a terrible loss last week, these 3 superstars with Divas look to rebound from their tough loss and hopefully walk away with a victory. Right now, these 3 Divas are at the palm trees to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like Olivia Fullerton is going to have coming out of the lead. She is currently battling with number 2 for the lead, along with number 1. Doing pretty well, right? As number 8, who definitely has to catch up after dancing to the beat, wins the win toss for this race. My number is here and trying to get some traffic room so that she can head for the water. And there she goes. She is off and running at the water. As speed bus number 2 of this race will be made by number 7. Quickly making it to the other side of the water with that speed bus. And right now it is Olivia Fullerton who has command on the lead over Marissa Heaton. She is making her way towards the top of the hill. And who will get the next command speed bus? It's Diane Chamacha, trying to make the pass for number 1 for 3rd place. Right now, number 6 and 8 are getting left behind in the competition all the way back. We have passed the 1 minute mark, and these 2 switch are getting left behind in the competition. And it looks like number 7 pauses for one, so he will join these 2 switch for D-Line. As the next speed bus will be made by number 1, who leads over the 5 switch in 3rd place. Meanwhile, Olivia Fullerton has a commanding lead still over Marissa Heaton. Good strategy so far. I do believe Olivia Fullerton is going to get the victory if no one else catches up to her. Yeah, she is going to win this one for sure. Next PS belongs to Diane Chamacha. That makes sense. I can speed buzz of the race. And take a look at number 6. He decided to pause from 1, so now he's getting all low at last place. As number 7 will get number 2. That makes his 2nd speed buzz of the race. And right now, Olivia Fullerton is making her way past the waterfall, trying her best to keep the lead over Marissa Heaton and number 1 as she heads for the home stretch. And it looks like number 1 is for the rest. As the next speed bus will be made by number 2. Now he will have control lead with 5 to Chao. And right now, Olivia Fullerton trying to wrap things up over Marissa Heaton and Diane Chamacha at the home stretch. As Marissa Heaton makes one last emphasis on the next command speed bus, but it won't be enough to make the pass from Olivia Fullerton. Olivia Fullerton is going to hold off Marissa Heaton for the victory. Olivia Fullerton survives a tough save to win this one. Marissa Heaton comes in 2nd, and Diane Chamacha comes in 3rd. Olivia Fullerton barely hung on against Marissa Heaton at the home stretch. That's right, she deserves to win, and we'll find out what the next race has in store for you after we have in store for this. Alright, welcome back from our commercial break. Who do we have next, Paul? Race number 6 will feature Sarah Granberry, Nicole Hamilton, and Penny Days, the daughter of the Daysburgers. Let's look around for this race, and let's see who will come from on top. Everyone is on the clock. Good luck to the 3 Divas on quest for victory, and let's have a Chao race. Alright. Who is going to be the fortunate diva for this next race? There's only one way to find out, as the fans are chilling and on their feet, trying to help the superstar make it to next season's roster, or hopefully make the Chao Racing playoffs for 2020. Right now the three Divas are going to eat the food, and it looks like Sarah Glenberry is going to have control. The other two Divas, Nicole Hamilton and Penny Days, are dancing to the beat. And who is going to get the first Divas of this race? We're about to find out right now as Sarah Glenberry has for the water. It's number 2 who got the first Divas on the race. He's also heading for the water. And right now, number 6 and 7 are getting left behind in the competition. And number 6 trumps at number 7. And right now, number 8 is for the rest. So he'll also be left behind in the competition. As Divas number 2 in this race will be made by Nicole Hamilton, who was just going to rest along with number 1. Right now, Sarah Glenberry is making her way towards the top of the wall, trying to get back about 500 for the season. At 4-3 if she wins this one tonight. As the next BS we made by number 8. And we are approaching 1 minute as of right now. Take a look at point number 6 all the way in the back. He is getting all low in last place. Let's find out who will get the next command BS. And that next BS we made by number 1, who dominates over the 5-3 Chao in third place. And right now, Sarah Glenberry is starting to get tailgated by Nicole Hamilton and number 1 in the front. We'll soon know which one of them will prevail when we get to the home stretch. Next BS belongs to number 6, who desperately needs to catch him every now and then. And number 7 passes from 1, so he will drop down to last place. I think number 7 should get a couple of people so that he can get back in the game. Or at least for sure. But it's number 1 who can say sayonara to the 5-3 Chao with the second speed buzz of the race. Now trying to take the lead over Nicole Hamilton and Sarah Glenberry. Number 1 will lead the 2 Divas at the home stretch. And as Penny Days takes the next command speed buzz, it looks like Sarah Glenberry is going to have control over the lead over number 1 and Nicole Hamilton. I do believe Sarah Glenberry is going to sell an easy victory. Yeah, number 6 got his against BS. So Nicole Hamilton will have enough distance to catch up to Sarah Glenberry in time. And there you have it. Sarah Glenberry wins this one. That's followed by number 1 second place. Nicole Hamilton will take 3rd. And Penny Days will take 4th. So another tally of victory for Sarah Glenberry. Isn't it right, Brennan? That's correct. Congratulations to Sarah Glenberry on a job well done. More exciting action after these announcements. Do not go away. So, Paul, there are just 2 races left for Week 19's Women's Division action. That's right. And for this one, the fan favorite defending champion Kelsey Jensen is going to take its spotlight for this race. Today she'll be taking on Sandy McDonald and Janice DuFont. So I hope everyone's ready to cheer on Kelsey as loud as you can, because it's time for me to say, let's have a Chao race! And there goes Kelsey Jensen bursting wild on the house. Everyone wanted to see Kelsey Jensen win a Women's Division Championship for 2020. She done it in 2019. Now she's going all the way towards the 2020 Road to Repeat campaign. She ate the fruit and now she is going to head for the bridges. The other 2 Chao are going to eat the fruit now. And there they go, busting down the line. Janice DuFont trying her best to defend second place over Sam McDonald. And it looks like number 8 is scoreless. That means he'll drop down a couple places on the bridges. As the first superstar to get speed is Sandy McDonald, who is catching up to Janice DuFont for 2nd place over the bridges. And right now, number 2 is getting in last place, trying desperately to catch up with the others in a hurry. As speed race number 2 in this race will be by Janice DuFont. And right now, it is Kelsey Jensen who has the commanding lead. She's already making her way towards the satisfying portion of the course, going for her 5th win of her 2020 Road to VP campaign. And we are just approaching the 1 minute mark of this race. 1 minute of this race. as we head back into Janice Dufont. That's back-to-back speeders for Janice Dufont, safely in second place ahead of Sammy McDonald, and Sammy McDonald decided to go to rest. Yep, that means a couple Silver Chao wanted to privilege to catch up to Sammy McDonald in a hurry. Now Sammy McDonald is getting left behind from Janice Dufont. She might need a miracle to catch up to both Janice Dufont and Kelsey Jensen. Well, she's going to get her second speed race, but I think there's always next time for Sammy McDonald. Floor number 2, 6, and 7 are getting left behind the competition, and it looks like Sandy pauses for more and trying to figure his attention out. And right now, the Silver Chao trying to stay alive in the game, and number 8 taunts for more, as the next speeders were made by number 7, who is catching up to number 1 and Sammy McDonald. Kelsey is approaching home stretch now, and Janice Dufont is sweeping. So this race is all about Kelsey Jensen, as the fans are showing enjoying her support and teamwork throughout the entire Chao Racing universe. Janice Dufont is not going to catch up to her at all. Next race belongs to Sandy McDonald. That makes her first before the race. Fans are cheering on Kelsey Jensen as she makes her way to the finish line. She is going to win a dominating affair this week. Kelsey Jensen easily demolishes Janice Dufont and Sandy McDonald for her 5th win of the season. As number 1 with an incredible good speed bus takes the next command SPS, and right now number 6 is getting left behind for numbers 2 and 8 as the race comes to a close. Well done, Kelsey Jensen, as we begin to wind down the action here in Reno, Nevada. That's right, one more race to go. Who's going to win the last race of the week? Find out after the break. So, with Kelsey Jensen's win in the books, we have come to the final race of the day. That's right, and after a long and exciting racing of fun, all we have left for Week 19's Women's Division action are Dorothy Miller, Lisa Malgone, and Cindy P. Jonesry. That's one we have for race number 8. Last week, Dorothy Miller managed to get her first win of her career. We'll see if she will make it 2 wins in a row tonight, or if one of the other superstars will get back on track. Best luck to the 3 remaining Divas, and please start the race! And it looks like Cindy P. Jonesry is going to rest, so she will be left behind the competition. And now Dorothy Miller is going to rest, and so is Lisa Malgone. All 3 Divas went to rest. That means a couple of Silver Chao will have control of the opening edge. We'll soon know which one of the Silver Chao will pay off or not in the early one. Right now the Silver Chao are going to have the upper hand. They're going to eat the fruit. And there goes number 7 busting down the line. He is going to have command on the lead. Number 8 will have the privilege to battle with him for the lead, as the first superstar against Divas on the last race of the day is Lisa Malgone, who just finished eating up the fruit. Number 7 has control of the lead after the 3 Divas went to rest. Now she's trying to defend the lead, but here comes Cindy P. Jonesry busting wild down the aisles. And Lisa Malgone, who's also joining him in hurry, opens this one up with back-to-back spears. Number 2 seems like he's also heading for the water, so now he'll gain some ground in the early one, as Dorothy Miller will have the next command spears. That was a good speed rush right there. And right now Cindy P. Jonesry has a commanding lead after being the first to force the go to rest of these 3 Divas. Right now Cindy P. Jonesry now having the privilege to defend the lead over Lisa Malgone and number 6. And who is going to get the next command spears as we pass the 1 minute mark? It's number 8. And he almost fell off the hill, but he hung on. Right now Lisa Malgone is trying her best to catch up to Cindy P. Jonesry up in the front. She is currently battling with number 6 for second place at the current moment. Dorothy Miller battling with number 7 right behind them. As we head back into number 8, still trying to catch up with the others in hurry. Meanwhile, Cindy P. Jonesry commands over the 3 Divas at the current moment. Will she hold on for the victory? We will find out in just a few moments from now. Back to number 8. Now that's a little bit more help that time for number 8. Poor number 1, meanwhile, is all alone in last place. He might need a couple of speed runs before he hits the wall, but I think he is going to be busy climbing up the wall. So the next speed run is going to be made by Lisa Marigold. That makes her first speed buzz of the race. And right now, Cindy P. Jolsey is at the home stretch, trying to defend the lead over Lisa Marigold. And Lisa Marigold went a little off course. That means Cindy P. Jolsey will have a little bit of room to mumble ahead of Lisa Marigold. As Dorothy Miller will get no turn. That makes her second speed buzz of the race. But the winner of the last race of the week is Cindy P. Jolsey, beating out Lisa Marigold, which will come in second place. So Cindy P. Jolsey wrapped up week 19's winners list. And number 6. Well, the next SPS, and I do believe that's going to be number 2 has no hope of surviving whatsoever, and number 1 can just forget about this race. Alright, so congratulations to Cindy P. Jolsey on being the final winner of week 19's action here in Rio Nevada. That's right, we're going to cross our show a little bit, but first let's hear a word from this. Well, that's all the time we have for week 19 here on Chao Racing 2019. I'm sorry, we know that we have to move on, but don't worry, we will see you again real soon. I'm sure of that. And in the meantime, make sure to subscribe to the ChaoEmperor channel and ring the bell to get notified on his latest videos. Until next week, this is Brad Zhang signing off. Keep on smiling. Hope you're in a hot streak so far, and so long, everybody! This is Balls Like a More sign off. Join us again for more on action on Chao Racing 2019. See you next week.